Hello everybody and welcome back yet again to another daily update video. My name is CryptoStash and I hope you're all having an amazing weekend. Currently it is Saturday and let's get right to the charts, as Bitcoin is right now trading at 69k. Basically we are right now after bouncing from this POC high volume node of the range from 2024 during the summer. Basically we've had right here 8 months of consolidation before Bitcoin broke out. We are right now back into this range. We are currently actually trading a little bit above the value area high of this range, but as long as we do not reclaim 7374k and flip it back into support, I am considering that we are still trading in this range basically. So we could even see prices go as low as the value area low, basically around 58 all the way down towards 51k. It is very possible for that to happen, but of course it won't happen in like 2-3 days. This is gonna take weeks to play out in my opinion. This currently on the daily time frame. On the weekly, as you can see, we have our weekly EMAs, our moving averages right here, which are potentially starting to clip towards the downside. And if Bitcoin starts trading below the 200 EMA, then I would consider this downtrend to be very heavy and even different from the other ones. Since last time Bitcoin, when it crossed basically below this level, the bear rally, excuse me, it did continue quite a bit. You can see right here, I have a chart with a bit more data, so our moving averages are visible. You can see right here, this is our 200 EMA, and once Bitcoin basically bounced, as you can see firstly, and then once we got under that EMA, you can measure how much time we've spent basically trading below it. 273 days we've spent trading below, so almost a year, almost 360 days trading below the 200 EMA. And if the same thing happens here, then we could also spend like 270 days, let's say 300 days. That would take us all the way towards like December. So basically a whole year we could see a bear rally if we start trading below that 200 EMA. But other than that, for right now in the short term, Bitcoin trading below the daily open level, we are going to be getting new weekly pivots once Monday comes, and also we are going to be forming a new Monday range. Last time, as you can see, once we broke below the Monday range, Bitcoin basically dropped down 90%, which is quite a lot. Ethereum also, once it broke down to the Monday range, it dropped down 20%. Solana is currently struggling the most. We got a drop of around 30%. Hype is doing pretty well, which is actually still in that Monday range, even though Bitcoin and the other altcoins dropped like 20-30%, and Hype dropped down just like 17%, which is quite a lot for a altcoin. So it is very, very strong. As you know, I do like Hype a lot. It is, in my opinion, like Hyperliquid, the DEXs, basically the decentralized exchanges, they are the future, in my opinion. Sui, as you can see right here, once it broke down from the Monday low, it also dropped down like 25%. So most of these altcoins, they are struggling quite a bit. XRP, as you can see, dropped down towards like $1.30. The stock market, however, is back at this resistance, the S&P 500. As you can see right here, still keeping this trend. We did test that 200 EMA daily moving average as support, and the price basically pumped almost 3% towards the upside. Same thing for the Nasdaq, even though the Nasdaq did break below that moving average, And something very interesting, if you look at the Dow Jones actually broke towards the upside. Now this could be because the US President Donald Trump, as you know, he did tweet that the Dow Jones could go to 100k. He will make, or so he said, he would make the Dow Jones go from 50 to 100k. And basically he did tweet that the massive bull rally is starting. And basically, as you can see, maybe because of those tweets, the buyers did step in, they got confident, and the price just broke towards new highs. Even though only the Dow broke, the Nasdaq and the S&P 500 are still sitting at some resistance right here just below the all-time highs. But of course they could also break out coming into the next week, since the weekly time frame does potentially look like it could continue higher. The Nasdaq not so much, but those small pullbacks like this one, like right here, they are completely normal, and this rally could continue. We will not be seeing, in my opinion, at least not in this quarter of the year, like a big sharp drop like we got back in April. We could start seeing a drop like this, in my opinion, during the summer. It is very possible, since the summer is usually also a weak month for the stock market as well. But other than that, let's go back to Bitcoin. Let's look at the open interest. Since it is the weekend, we do have low volume and no open interest whatsoever. We are starting to see the CVD trying to push higher. We are having some quite a bit of volatility, even though it is Saturday. We did pump like 3% today, and right now we are kind of consolidating right here. Let's look at the after Bitcoin took out all of this liquidity, basically not towards like 54k, but still we took out quite a big chunk of that liquidity. So we could see some stagnation or some basically sideways price action, like the one that we saw right here after the first sharp drop towards 80k. We then got a consolidation of around 56, or basically 2.5 months of consolidation in the sideways. So of course this could repeat right now. Fear and Greed Index is still broken. We are basically sitting at 8. We were at 5 or 4 yesterday, which was absolutely crazy. Spot ETFs, you can see we have on Friday at least one green day. We got 330 million of buys with BlackRock on the lead. But other than that, still pretty in the red, as you can see right here. Long versus shorts ratio for the day, we still have more sellers in the market, which is quite normal. Everybody is trying to short, which is why I am thinking that we're going to see like a pump, a bigger relief rally happening. Funding rates are right now negative on the major exchanges. And yes guys, I think this covers it for today's video. I hope you liked it, and I'll see you again in the next one. Bye.